get into Google, will that show? Or?
I don't know.
Okay.
What does this say? Oh, that's the hide. Okay. All right, everybody. We're about ready to start the first annual Greenwood Community Schools Tech Demo Slam here. And we're just getting set up for our first presenter. So do you want me to start an incognito session for Chrome, or do you want me to just log out and...
Sure, when you think it's easier, it's fine by me.
Let's do an incognito, just so I don't lose my connection to that Hangout.
Now, what if my password starts to show up here? I don't know what it shows when we.
Oh, well, I guess I could, well, I could mute. I could freeze it, freeze the projected image. Okay, Craig is going to go secret squirrel here, and we're going to log in to Google, but we do not want, oops, first freeze. There we go. It's the secret. Okay, we're ready to unblank?
Yeah.
Okay. There we go.
Now, I don't know the password, but everybody. Hang on.
Okay, we do a lot of things at the high school through Google Forms. We do our PLC feedback, all of our emergency drill reporting, all of our parent, student, teacher surveys. But got this idea from a former science teacher we had, did the Amazing Race, where she had her kids do clues, and then there's answers to problems that move them actually throughout the entire building. And so here's an idea to use Google Forms as an amazing race, although I know nothing about what the amazing race is, but some type of scavenger hunt related to your content, to where they have to answer questions. And the idea here was we made questions. Whoops, if I could maximize this. Yeah. There we go. Questions, but we made each of these then data validation underneath advanced settings, and we made them have what the correct answer was before they would be allowed to move on to the next one. Under data validations, again, you can go text, you can go number, whatever that may be. You have your own personalized error message that pops up if you get an incorrect answer. Through our Google form, we have videos, we have pictures. Again, may have just made my mouse go defunct here. I'll use this now instead. For numbers, you can go a range of values. Any idea if I have an additional battery here? Maybe I'll just try to move this around. Okay. Yeah, it's on. It's just I'm not. I have my battery power is. My 3 minutes on Demo Slam are going. I'll just talk faster. Okay, I got red lights.
That's
so
okay.
Back. Okay. So you can have, if it's a number value, this question here, you can go a validation for a number where it's plus or minus 5 between a certain number and so on. Rich and I were talking about, you could make this like a choose your own adventure, where you can make it unique to each group and have each one take you to a different page, or give the same URL, the same short URL to your entire class, but then randomize how the questions go. So if we look at what a live form of this would look like at the end. So it says, again, just some silly question here. You could have some question related to your content. If I get this wrong, Fido, not the correct answer. My own personalized, nice try, but there's my wife even to the response. If I get it correct, it will allow me to move on to the next question. It can tell you, you can move out throughout your building. Obviously here, this being at the ad building, I went to different schools and different locations throughout the district in honor of Hurley. And again, same thing, if you would get the question wrong, and it went ahead and hit enter for me, but obviously he's not a Chevy guy. That's a picture of Henry Ford as a kind of a clue to try to help you along the way. You can have numbers, and this one could be a range. And I got permission of Karen Bush to use this question. And I'll go on maybe the low. Actually, we'll go on the Rich said 29. If we go with 29, whatever that may be. So again, correct answer is that's just all data validation underneath the advanced settings when you're setting the questions up. Again, pictures there as either diagrams to help you content-wise or just to be silly. Videos, obviously. If you're a Caddyshack fan like I am.
You'll have nothing in my personality.
Yeah, the sound's a little.
Oh, I don't think my computer.
That's okay. So if you recognize that portion, great. If not, you're probably better off because of it. when the Amazing Race took place at our school, the students would come to our classroom and do a content-related question for us, and then I would give them a code. I'd say, hey, the code's 5555. Okay, so you enter that code, and
Use the horrible trackpad.
oh yeah, great idea. I should have thought of that. Obviously, that's not right. The special code actually is 1234. So you can set that up however you wanted to. And again, this could be randomized so that each group has something different, or you can make it where each group's question would take them to different locations, make it like a choose your own adventure.
Cool.
And that's my demo slam.
That's really cool. Right on, Fred.
Great.
Yay!
Hey.
So using the Google Forms
I have a
in a
question with the Google
kind, in a more creative way. Yeah.
Are we on air?
Hmm?
Are we on air to be talking right now?
Mm-hmm. Okay. It's not a question that that everybody would benefit from, you don't think?
Well, whenever we use Google Form, we like that it comes in a spreadsheet so you can then
Oh,
use that
the
data.
responses,
But then
right?
if you want to send out individual responses, how can you separate those responses out so that you, for example, if you were using the form as an assessment, and for the teacher's benefit, they want to see all of the information
Right.
in a spreadsheet format, but you want to share that data or how their child did individually. Can you separate that data out and send that information?
If you want to, you can do a couple of things. You could use in the sheet that it generates with the responses, use the Flubaroo, that extension or add-on.
Yes.
And that would give you something that's a little, then you could tailor it down to show, I just, print a new tab of just this student. You get a little
Okay.
more flexibility with that. If you didn't want to do the Flubaroo deal, you could though, again, just take the response, the row
Right.
or column, however and just copy it and paste it to create another tab
Okay.
at the bottom of the sheet.
Okay.
The Flubaroo add-on is really nice in terms of how that email address would work, since it's the GWS email now. But you can have that set up where it will grade it, and then before they actually walk out of the class, it will go ahead and send them an email with their results on that assessment. So it's really a powerful tool.
Okay.
Again, I'm not sure how the email is set up.
Yeah, because the kids don't have Gmail, and that's why we don't get some of those kind of instant gratification notifications that are kind of inherent to those Google products, because the kiddos don't have Gmail.
Okay.
There's certainly, I think, other ways we could get around that in terms of the communication, because with the little guys, we don't even have the Gaggle accounts for, K through 5. So we need to look at how we could better communicate those things.
Okay.
But no, totally valid
Okay.
point.
Thanks.
Rich, do you want to try to
Okay.
take over? We're trying something with the air server here. Oh, look at this. I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that this will be part of our.
It's tough because it's you turn the screen.
No, I'm
Okay, you're good.
horizontal anyway.
Okay.
So I was at National Science Teachers Convention in Nashville, Tennessee over spring break. And I went to a session on using a couple different apps. One was called Screencast-O-Matic, which Craig and I have already started looking at, and there's some really cool things you can do with that. This one I think is probably applicable in a lot more situations. It's called Stickbot. If it's an app that you run off your iPad or your phone, called Stickbot. And actually I was walking through Walmart on Sunday and found that there's actually a kit that you can buy for 20 bucks that comes with these little posable characters that you can actually use for the Stickbot program. And so what it is basically, if you've ever made a flip book animation where you draw your picture, you change a little bit on the next one, change a little, and then you thumb through it, it's a digital representation of that. Uh-oh, we lost it. I probably didn't.
We need the
Didn't
timeout.
touch it. Yeah, I didn't touch something soon enough. And so as Craig gets the phone back up and running, and so what you do is you take a picture. You're going to take a picture of some objects and save it, and then you'll move your objects a little bit, take another picture, move them, take another picture. And so the session that I went to was being put on by some biology teachers, and what they did was they had their kids make chromosomes out of Play-Doh, and then actually draw a cell and work through the steps of meiosis and take pictures of each step along the way, and then it cranks it out as a movie, a stop motion movie. And so to do this, what I would do is I would click on stop motion video. We're going to let it access our camera. And so like I can take any particular object right here. And so we can do a pretty simple one where we'll start the mouse offsetting here. And then we click the little red guy's face and he takes a picture. And then we're going to move this a little bit. And waiting for it to catch up. We're going to move the, it's actually easier when the camera is holding still. I'm trying to hold the camera. But you move it, take another picture, move it, take another picture, move it, take another picture. And so there are a lot of different applications I think you could do this with. Having kids, especially storytelling. In chemistry, we could look at chemical reactions. In physics, we look at motion maps and things like that. And then once you've got all the pictures right above the little red guy's face, you're going to hit the button that's going to compose it into a movie. And then we click on that. And if we hit play, there goes a little mouse moving across. It is exactly like claymation. And the little kit that you can buy for 20 bucks at Walmart, you could have your stick figures dancing around and doing things. Plus, it has this green screen option. Now, I haven't played with it very much, so I don't know the Zines green screen guy. It may be something you have to buy the pro version of. Okay, this is the free version that I got. I made a little video of a penguin and R2-D2 doing battle, and the penguin wins in the end. But it's on my iPad, and we can't get my iPad to connect. So, but the green screen would let you then do the same thing, make your animation, but then throw a picture of the desert behind it, or throw a picture of the ocean behind it, and it would have already cropped out all of the green area. Okay, so that's called Stickbox Studio. And like I said, I think there's a lot of different applications that a person could do with that, especially with storytelling and getting real authentic demonstration of a kid's understanding of the concepts. It's one thing to be able to list off the steps, that's straight memorization, but when you've drawn the pictures and you made clay and you moved the guys around and you can actually show, I know exactly where the force is going to be the greatest, I know where the altitude is going to be the highest, and I can show it in this picture and then make a little movie out of it. It's a little more authentic of a assessment of the kids.
I like it.
That's Stickbox.
Cool. Stickbox Studio, right on.
It's rich.
And now you have it on there.
See, look at that. All right. Are you ready to rock?
Yes.
Let's get you in. Do you just need a website?
Mhm.
Okay. Go ahead and get that squared away, and I will sneak out of your way here. Oh, hello.
I'm not sure why we're here and not at the personal one. That did not work right. You know,
You're signed in then.
Oh, yeah, you're signed in as me. Let me get.
okay.
Let's get a different window here, since I didn't realize it required your Google.
Well, and I don't think that we need to sign in with the Google. I'd prefer not to, I think.
Okay, let me just get an incognito window going anyway. There we go. Okay, go ahead.
Okay.
That'll give you a clean palette.
Okay, I'm going to let you play around with this because this is one of my teacher's emails. And so if it's making me sign in through Google, I don't know her Google password.
Gotcha.
So that's kind of the problem.
Okay.
So what
Do you want me to just
we
log-
should be able to just go in under teacher sign in because we never sign in using the Google account.
Okay.
Actually, probably her Google account is always signed in on her computer, so when she
Yeah.
registers.
On
It
hers.
was signed in,
Hmm.
and as soon as she signed in that way.
All right. Let me
Well, do you want me to log in and then you can show
Well,
us how it works?
I really want you to see ours because that's going to be more beneficial than just seeing a generic
Let's-
one.
okay.
So
Let's,
ask her for a Google password.
okay.
Okay, so while we're waiting on that, this is an app that I learned about this summer, and we've been using it this entire school year with our families. I'm the director of the preschool program over at Northeast Elementary School. This app it's an app that teachers use in their classroom, and some of the reasons why you would use Seesaw is to empower students to document their learning as it happens, to develop students' writing skills, reflection skills, and critical thinking skills, to create a strong community around learning, to give students voice and ownership, and to involve families in their child's learning in real time. So that is how we use it. If you work with children that are older, the children can work in their own journals. So this is an app where you create your class list. And for us, we have a journal for each of our preschool students. And so we invite parents to have access to that journal. So this is an app that they can get on their phone. It's a free app, or they can also have access to it from their computer. There's no cost to us as a program, and there's no cost to the parent. So whenever we create something, and when I say create something in the journal, you have the choice of creating a video, creating pictures, doing audio, or even just a document. You can upload a PDF document, or you can just type in a note. The great thing about this app is if you want to send a personal note for one student, you just click that student and it sends it. If you have a note for us would be like show and tell is on Friday, we can type a note, click it, and it sends out to every family in that class list. So if you go to this Seesaw, it's seesaw.me or web.seesaw.me, you can see that you can create your own class list and you can create the settings, whether you want your students to see each other's work, whether you want, so there's lots of adjustments and settings that you can have, what you want parents to see, if you want to approve it before it goes live. So there's a variety of different settings. When a parent has this on their phone, the great thing about it is it really looks like a Facebook. And so when you're sending a note, whether it's the weekly newsletter to parents, and we send everything through this app. So it's newsletters, lunch menus, personal notes, pictures of their child at play, For older children, it may be a journal entry, or it could be a variety of things. On this app, you'll see down at the bottom, there's this great resource center. And in fact, you can go in there and see all kinds of activities that you can do on Seesaw with your students, whether they're grades K through 2, 3 through 5, all the way up to high school level. And I really wish I could show you some of the things that we send to our families. So let me see if we can get logged in one more time. Okay, so if I do this, they're going to want the email again. Does that make sense what I'm saying, or is there any other questions about that? Okay. I really think you just need to see it in action, because the one thing about this app is it is so easy. I mean, preschoolers, we've taught them how to use it. So it's so easy. It is so simple, and just takes a minute. I mean, that's how easy it is. It's a great way, we have found, to keep parents really engaged, more so than we have in years past with other types of technology. Okay, good. Here we go. So you can see up here in the corner, this is the teacher's name, and she has 8 different classes. So I'm going to show you this class. And here's this. So you can see along here is the students' names. You can click on this calendar and you can see how, so this is a nice way for teacher to kind of track too. These are my preschool students, so this is our communication with the parents. But if this was a high school student, you can go to that student and see how many times they've posted an item at this calendar view, which is really nice. So if I just select this student, let me go back to this view. This is all the communication that has been sent home just to this student. So the teacher can quickly go through here and see what she has sent home. You can see this is the newsletter here that she sends home. This right here has the teacher's initials, and it tells you that she has sent this to everyone. Where, I think this one, okay, this one says she sent it specifically to this parent. So you can look at each child individually, but you can also look at your class feed and quickly look at notes that have been sent out. So like I said, when a parent is looking at this on their phone, it really looks like Facebook. They're scrolling through it and seeing pictures of their children. So you can see we had Miss Linda come in for story time today, so we took pictures that we sent home. Just with a quick note that Stella's using a magnifying glass to find clues in a book. This is just so easy. And then besides pictures, I want to show you, you saw the newsletter. So this is just a quick note that she typed up and sent out to everybody in Seesaw. And then I want to show you a video real quick. So these are kids showing how they are doing with their handwriting, and they're really proud of it.
Now, are the students self-submitting stuff, or at this
point, the teacher
teacher
is doing it, but we are training some students to take pictures of the work that they're doing. So here is the video. So Seesaw works with a lot of different other apps. So you can create this video in a different app and bring it in to here. So how the teacher does it is you hit this plus sign right here. And these are your options. So you can take a photo, you can do a video. What we have the kids do is we go into drawing and we have them practice writing their name, or they draw a picture and then they narrate it using the audio, which is great. Oh, shoot. It's wanting me to. There's lots of checks that you have to do. So once you create a picture, you can see down here, I can add audio to it, or I can add a caption to it. So you can add links, you can add notes, or you can upload a file. And the teachers can send home, I mean, they send home several notes a day to several families just to keep them updated on what's going on in the classroom. So again, I think you guys could find a lot of ways to use it in the classroom with students who can actually write and type. And so, and oh, let me show you that teacher resource place that I was telling you about. Okay, so right down here at the bottom where it says help and teacher resources, if you click on that, it tells you about getting started. And then there's tutorial videos, and then here's activity ideas to do for kids grades, you know, freshman through senior.
So this isn't just a pre-K to.
No, actually, it was not really intended for preschool. It was really intended for school age because it starts at
Yeah.
kindergarten level, but it's been a wonderful communication tool for parents. So that's what I got.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Are there any questions about what we've covered with the first group? Because I think we're just going to segue right into our 4 o'clock folks. We've got some, is this 5th grade posse from Southwest?
Yeah.
Okay. I like it. All right.
Yes.
We're going to keep this within the friendly confines of the of a hangout that we're recording. So one person will be logged in. Yeah. Okay. Just participants. Thank you so much, you guys. So I've got an incognito window.
We don't have to do this if no one's here. Okay.
No, I'm recording it so that, you know.
Oh my goodness, I don't want to get nervous now.
Oh, it's us. Okay, let me get a new tab here and go ahead and get you logged into Kahoot. I even got my iPad out so I can play along too.
All right.
I love Kahoot.
The kids love it.
Yeah, they do.
I get feedback right now too. That's my favorite part about it.
I can close myself off, sorry about that.
Oh, that's
Did you guys
okay.
do that?
You're all set.
Oh, I think I put a dot in between get and
Oh,
Kahoot.
yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Gosh, I'm starting off.
There's another one, is it? I think it's Pocket, which is a Chrome app that I love, but I always go to Pocket instead of Get Pocket. And then
I have this all
somewhere
written
in the
down for you.
Twilight Zone, and it doesn't like me, so.
I'm ready to type in my game.
Okay,
I'll play it.
well, we're just going to show you something that we found this year that we love. We use it as a really, just basically a quick assessment tool. As soon as I figure out where I'm at. I'm not sure why I use this password. It is called Kahoot. And if you're a teacher, you're going to want to set up an account. And it's really simple. You go to getkahoot.com, no spaces, GETKAHOOT.com. You create an account. And once you're on there, you are going to be exposed to a lot of public Kahoots, which are basically a fancy word for quiz or an assessment. So we're going to just choose a topic. I'm going to go to public Kahoots. And let's just go with.
It literally is anything and anything. You could have a book that you've read to the class,
Mhm.
or they read. It could be, like I even had one did on Andy Griffith, the television. So there's so much on there, it's crazy. So, but we've got a lot of social studies and math, but so.
Give me a topic, team.
How about what I was doing today, the mean, median, mode, and range?
Okay, let's just try that. Mean, median, I'll just type in mean, median, mode. So you type in whatever you're studying, whatever book title you want to use. You do a search, and then magically all of these quizzes appear.
So if you didn't want to go through spend the time and energy to create one yourself, you could totally weasel off. one that's
Absolutely.
something you
I have
wanna
never
share.
created one. I've never needed to.
Right on. See,
So
there's,
it's-
that's huge.
It's pretty exciting. So let's see, let's scroll down here. And if you want to preview it, which is what you would want to do before you give it to your
Try
kids,
before you buy.
you click on it.
Yeah, because sometimes the questions are too simple, some of them are too complex, of course.
When you click on it, you just,
The second
give. I don't like it's too quick for my group. They need more think time than some of these.
So I think it'll tell you how long you have over here and you can adjust that time. So this says what is the mode, what is the mean, what is the range, and usually you're gonna have multiple choice answers to choose from. Always, you're gonna have
That's a
multiple.
little janky. I apologize with the Snagit thing.
Yeah.
that keeps on the
I'm not
They
sure.
tell you how many questions are on there, so if you just have 10 minutes and want to do 5 questions, you can do that.
So let's say we decided we're gonna go and we're gonna pick this quiz. Okay, so we say play. I like this quiz. It covers the things I wanna do. Check my kids on, so I'm gonna hit launch.
It didn't load all the way up.
It will, won't it? Yeah. Okay, so once you push launch,
Now,
you get this,
type in the game pin.
you get this code that's gonna come up, a game pin.
So
This is what the students will see, and this is what the game off there. It'll be playing some kind of little music.
But
And-
then they go, it's Kahoot.it.
Yes, and I wrote that down. No, it's Kahoot.it. Oh, I thought you said get Kahoot. Sorry, sorry.
So this is kind of, I mean, just for the benefit of folks who may be listening to this later. So this is where it doesn't matter whether a kid's at a desktop computer,
No.
has a tablet, has their own phone,
Right,
whatever.
right.
It's an all skate. Or
Any-
you could do this in a computer lab.
Yeah, computer lab,
So,
laptops.
and
So what they're gonna do, the kids, my team there, they're representing the kids. They're gonna go to Kahoot.it.
you can see, you know how many kids you have.
So once they go to Kahoot.it, they're gonna enter the game pin that I will have displayed on my overhead.
All we're doing is trying to get that one in. If you're taking a long time, it's probably because we're trying to.
Aha, and then it prompts me for a hit.
So then once you get your name,
And they want to use the pound sign and everything.
and sometimes they like to, we let them come up with funny names, or sometimes depending on what we're assessing, we want them.
And they'll do this and just.
Okay, are you all on?
What age?
Anything. We actually invited some other teachers into our room and showed them, and like their Rigby stories, their first grade Rigby stories were on there for comprehension.
Sweet.
Their initial sounds, the phonics were on there. So, and then we use it in 5th grade. So it encompasses,
Okay.
well, I know high schools use it all over the state.
Yeah,
So
it has Revolutionary War stuff on, it has an amazing amount of stuff on there, so we've been.
Trixie, Dogwood Tree, Cough Dog, and Mrs. Timberlake are on. So I'm ready to start. Some people.
So nice to go across, and you want to answer as fast as you can.
Yeah, so here are your
Okay, what is
choices.
mode? So you gotta pick on
Now,
which
this
one
should
it is.
come up on, what you should say is what is mode?
Yep.
And is it the average, the middle, most often, or the difference between the highest and the lowest number?
It says 3 answers are in, what we got, 4 people trying this?
Yep, so somebody, okay, and it'll stop. Usually it stops when we're all in.
See, now it tells you that 4 people, they all got it right. So that's the fun part about it, and sometimes you'll see like across the board, and they're going, wait a minute here, you have a teaching moment. Because you got all the time.
And then this is what's
And
cool.
now it shows you-
I like that the screen shows that they got it right, too. You can walk around.
Yeah.
See green for.
Yeah, so you can
red
walk
for
around
red.
and assess them. And then, so here we have this shows you, I think it usually shows you the top 5.
Yeah.
But, so it's kind of nice because it won't show you who's at the bottom,
Right.
but it does show you who's at the top.
And it won't, and this is just telling points, it doesn't, you can still get it right. All the answers are in?
Oh my gosh, I picked the wrong one.
Holy smokes! Oh, man!
It didn't hit me until.
Cough
Dog down there.
Cough dog.
But there's 1,000 points per question if you answer it.
I've been hanging up my kids too.
Is Bruce Hornsby an option? No.
No,
Oh, wait, no, they moved it.
but you could make your own quiz and have him be an option.
Right?
Colors and stuff.
The best part, guys, that we're not getting right now is the music that plays.
I know.
It doesn't
With
play-
the test.
And my kids are all on there just doing.
They're jamming, yeah.
Well, I think I don't have the laptop hooked up to the.
No, you're fine, but I just look like.
Because is it
All right,
like
Timberlake.
Jeopardy music or like? Brown?
There are 3 possible answers for the mode. which is not correct. It's green, by the way.
The problem is.
But-
The kids are done. They can't, they can't do it, so they have to realize.
And the
that-
cool thing about this is when you're done, we can end the quiz. Feedback and results. Then you won, Mrs. Timberlake.
Holla.
Yeah,
And then
see,
this is up to you to do this. You're going to choose, did you learn something? Would you recommend it? And I always tell the kids, you know, don't be stinkers
don't
about it.
don't everybody just
You
say,
know,
"Oh,
yeah, just because
Yeah.
because I said someone's going to see these. And then you go to final results. And what I can do is I can save the results and it'll save it in an Excel spreadsheet for me,
You know,
which
you
is-
know everybody's fault.
which is really
It
nice.
gives every answer,
Yeah.
that every kid answered for each question. I mean, those-
So if I
it
if I
does all
downloaded it,
The number
It does have
crunching.
analysis for
Like
you.
okay.
Can you do
Yep.
it, download it?
Yeah, I did.
Got a great exit ticket, just to-
Oh, and that's nice. You could save it to Drive
Yeah.
too, so that they've got that digital
Yeah.
footprint.
And then I do this and then I'll print it.
And then it'll tell you, and then you can know, oh, we really need to go over mode.
Yeah.
We're not
So,
sure.
and then they color block it too, so that it you
Mhm.
put more emphasis on where the weak spots are.
Right.
Very cool.
So we really like that. And then it tells you, you know, your average correct.
So that's really simple, easy.
It's a
formative
very,
assessment.
it's a very simple
Go
form.
back to choose another topic, because it's really.
Like I would, like what's something,
X out of this topic.
What's something else you might want to ask a quiz on? Because
Yeah,
it is-
X out. There you go. There you go.
How about preschool shapes? I want to see,
preschool shapes.
yeah, I want to see like if there's no wording, if they were to take
Oh,
that.
for like sight, or, yeah, visualization.
So we can hairstyling review. That would be,
It tells you how many questions, it says 3 questions on that one.
yeah, there's only 3 questions. So that might,
There's one down, did it say hairstyling?
I
I thought, man, my glasses.
And then you
need
can
to
all
fix
live and name it.
this one looks like it's
Oh,
reading,
Yes.
but maybe when you play it, you would ask them that or something. I'm not sure. Let's see what happens when you play it.
So now you'll click launch, and then your number will come up for the kids.
So type that in.
So all I need is the kids type in that number. Then I think it asks you their name again, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Cough dogs back.
Come on, Mrs. T.
It's disconnected.
But this could be good at any level using.
And then this is nice. When you count how many kids you have there, then you know you're ready to start. And then you wait on your slow people.
Wait, you only got,
I know,
there you go.
me. So this may be okay, like obviously this person must not teach preschool because they're not going to read probably. So this one's a little too, it doesn't match the grade.
See, that's confusing because
Uh-oh,
before
I
it's
missed
a
it.
triangle.
Look at red.
I said, I hit the square because it has 4 sides.
Right.
I had to.
You're a visual learner.
Yeah, because the triangle only has 3, so that for me, that.
I mean, there are just
There's all
quiz
kinds of
after
stuff.
quiz
Yeah,
after
military,
quiz.
Puppy there, I saw something.
You can add pictures and graphs, and if you were to make your own.
My guess is
yes,
yes.
do it that way.
I've tried that.
Some of the quizzes have.
Like we just not long ago finished Johnny,
With that build your own option.
Yeah,
I'd be able to.
Johnny Tremaine quizzes are on here that we just finished the book. And so we went through these and found the ones that were the best. And then it saved us a lot of time, a lot of time.
Yeah, why reinvent the wheel if there's, salvageable bits out there already?
Adverbs. You name it. Then it shows you the ones that are trending, the most popular. SpongeBob's. There's funny ones on here. Classifying quadrilaterals.
This could even be kind of like a check for understanding
Mhm.
as far as just doing some fun stuff.
Yeah,
Gets
you
kids
could just
excited.
do a
That's
4-question
the
quiz.
week during our RTI time,
Oh,
like
yeah.
Monday through Thursday. do
We
it.
use it a lot for RTI.
Friday, we
Sweet.
would use it as like an assessment.
And I used to use those clickers, which is similar,
It's- yeah.
but sometimes the clickers don't work and the kids aren't standing in the right place.
Or they're not aiming at the spaceship at the front of the room, or
Mhm.
or do you have the radio frequency?
Yeah, it's something
Yeah, the
on our
blue
computer. Yeah.
spaceship, yeah.
They really want to do this.
They love it.
Almost somebody will ask every time, are we going to do this?
Well, my kids do them on
And then
inside
I'll say,
recess.
okay,
They
let's
love
do
it.
this. I want 30
They
minutes
just
of
find
this.
subjects that we're doing in class and they search it. I have to approve of it and then they do it.
Yeah, that's
They-
great.
Yeah.
It's
So-
really, this is really engaging. I mean,
Mhm.
That's what we, you want so much is for the kids to actually be part of what's going on in terms of daily
They
instruction.
actually did a review of the BC.
So that's awesome.
I had to set a rule, I guess, because some of mine were trying to answer, especially the ones where they have to really do math, write it down. Some of them were trying to get the most points, so they wouldn't really do all the math. So I would say, you have to wait 30 seconds, and then at that mark, that's when you can finally answer. So they would be sitting there looking, waiting for the time, and then everyone.
Get ready, go.
Yes. It was great.
But anyway, that's Kahoot and it's simple and easy. And I have these, if you know anybody, we made those just as an,
Okay.
you could, I don't know if you could take a picture and post it or whatever.
Oh, yeah, you know what?
I think they like it though. It's-
But it literally goes from kindergarten to high school. I'm trying to think of something a little bit more advanced.
What about like, well, Rich Perry was just here.
Calculus.
Calculus, or like mitosis.
Yeah,
cell
mitosis.
division, or something like that.
But it has high school, there's calculus wars, calculus review.
Yeah, it's all over the stuff. It's,
Mitosis.
I've not seen anything I thought of that wasn't there.
I haven't either.
Just a random-
Things that I didn't think would be here. Justin Timberlake? I bet there's a Taylor Swift.
I bet there is.
Swifties.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. I'm gonna
It
go home and take
really is.
some
But the kids, you can do that stuff, say, okay, I mean, let's nail these. If I get 8 out of 10 questions right,
Ready, Trace?
then we'll do.
No, I
what
already-
these-
I don't know,
Uh,
I don't know what,
okay.
Taylor Swift's fans are, but Mrs. Harrison's fans were like Spanx. Okay, so.
I don't know who we're talking about.
More like Spanx, this band.
Tracy, I bet
We
you.
doing another one here, folks?
No, I was just,
She went in the Timberlake.
I already said
The Babes.
ugh.
my.
What age did he audition on Star Search?
He was on Star Search
Mhm.
with Ed McMahon?
Who, you know this one, you know that one.
The founding members of.
Ooh, show that answer. What name did he use at Star Search? Justin Randall.
His middle name is
But anyway, that's Kahoot and we love it. It's a lot of fun.
Awesome.
Oh, did I log out
No,
of you
you're
something?
fine. No, you're
Okay.
good, we're good. Yay, thank you. Thank you, Southwest, fifth grade posse. Anybody else? Are you gonna present? You gonna slam?
No, I made that clear in my email.
I know, but I thought maybe after you got here and you saw how easy it is, how much fun it is.
No, I will. No, thanks.
No worries.
Thanks for the invitation and making me feel welcome. I will decline politely.
Okay, guys, well, I think that's gonna conclude today's demo. Slam has actually worked out well. We
You get like
combined
10 points for that.
both sessions at the, in one fell swoop, so.
So,
All right.
I'm like 6 years ago, or something, I can't count my points.
Well, have a great day, everyone.